Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Copeland Fieldhouse on the campus of Milton High School in Milton, Massachusetts. Here to bring you tonight's high school varsity girls basketball contest between the hosting Wildcats of Milton High School and the visiting Brookline High Warriors. Well, folks, this should be a fun one. Those of you with memories of a couple years ago might remember this was the site of a very important game for the 2023-24 Brookline High girls basketball Warriors. Struggling in the midst of a rebuilding year, the Warriors just barely managed to eke out a thrilling 37-35 overtime victory over the Wildcats to secure their first and what would be their only win of that season. But both of these teams have come a long way since 2 years ago, and this should make for an exciting one. And here to join me to help bring you this exciting contest is my color commentator for today, Brookline High sophomore Sam Lowenstein. And Sam, this one's going to be fun. We out here on prime time on Friday night. It's a great night for basketball.
Exactly, Jesse. It's a perfect time for basketball. Prime time here on Friday night at the back end of January. This is also a very even matchup between the two teams. Warriors are 6-5 right now, coming off a 53-41 loss to Braintree 1 week ago. Brookline started the season 0-3, but since then they have gone 6-2. Their only losses being to Walpole. Their only other losses besides that game, or their only losses period rather, being to Braintree in that game and also Walpole. On the other hand, Milton, as Brookline is 18th in Division 1, Milton 8-7, two even teams. This will be a good matchup. They're 23rd in Division 2. They also have a 2-game winning streak, but they only beat Framingham 50-38. Brookline blew out Framingham in their matchup. In that 2-game winning streak, they also barely beat Needham 46-41. They had a 3-game losing streak before that, and it's really been an up and down season, Jesse, for this Milton team. Inconsistencies. Brookline last year, they defeated Milton 51-28. 2 years ago, we talked about this before the start of the game. The Warriors winning in an overtime thriller. The last time you were at this gym, 37-35. The Warriors' only win of that season in a rebuilding year 2 years ago when they went 1-19. Should be a fun one tonight.
Absolutely. The 18th ranked Brookline Warriors in Division 1 against the 23rd ranked Milton High Wildcats in Division 2. Those power rankings updating this morning. So both teams en route to the playoffs as it currently stands, but this game could be a potential difference maker, especially for Brookline. Playing a lower division opponent, certainly don't want to lose in what would definitely be an upset loss if they were to fall to Milton here. Let's take a look at the lineups coming into today. We'll start over here on our left with the hosting Milton High Wildcats. Going in order of jersey number for Milton, first off, we have a sophomore, number 0, Emily Burke. Next, another sophomore, number 1, Riley Kovacs. A senior, number 2, Madeline Stephen. A sophomore, number 3, Catherine Stephen. A junior, number 4, Sophie Fish. A junior, number 5, Charlotte Sia. A senior captain, number 10, Grace Pater. A junior, number 11, Zoe Jones. A senior captain, number 12, Victoria Fish. A sophomore, number 20, Gabby Vaughn. A junior, number 23, Emily Heaton. A senior, number 24, Olivia Concilio. A senior captain, number 33, Elizabeth May. A junior, number 34, Paige Cameron. And a junior, number 42, Roshania Gannon. Head coach of the Milton High girls basketball team is Charlie Drain. Now let's move over to the right, take a look at the visitors on the scoreboard today, the Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline. First off, we have a junior, number 2, Izzy Wood. Next, a senior captain, number 3, Jada Kimbrough. A senior captain, number 4, Ivy Wheeler. A junior, number 5, Allison Levy. A junior, number 10, Hannah Levine. A sophomore, number 11, Zara Chappell. A junior, number 12, Jaden Williams. A senior captain, number 13, Nefeli Aga Kitch. A sophomore captain, number 21, Skylar Makaluski. A freshman, number 22, Emerson Chan. And a junior, number 23, Shiri Artsy. Head coach of the Brookline High girls basketball team is Kendall Jones. So that is the roster for the Brookline High girls basketball team. Looks like our Wi-Fi connection a little up and down. It seems to be doing okay so far, but if at any point it isn't, don't worry, fans. I am recording this at the same time that I'm live streaming it, and I can always upload the full recording later tonight. That would deal with any potential, buffering issues or anything like that. As you can see from the scoreboard cam in the bottom left corner of your screen, time's about to run out on the pre-game clock, so we will soon get our starting lineups, national anthem, and then the opening tip-off here in Milton. Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan here alongside Sam Lowenstein at Copeland Fieldhouse on the campus of Milton High School in Milton, Massachusetts. So we're just about ready to get started. Looks like the music's about to cut out, and soon the PA announcer's going to take over and give us our starting lineups.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Copeland Fieldhouse for tonight's girls basketball contest featuring Brookline High School and your Milton Wildcats. Here are tonight's starting lineup. For Brookline, number 2, Isabel Wood. Number 3, Jada Kimbrough. Number 4, Ivy Wheeler. Number 13, Nefeli Aga Kitch. And number 21, Skylar Makaluski. And now the starting lineup for your Milton Wildcats. Number 4, Sophie Fish. Number 10, Grace Pater. Number 12, Victoria Fish. Number 20, Gabby Vaughn. And number 33, Elizabeth May. At this time, we ask you to please rise, remove your hats, and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
All right, those were our starting lineups and national anthem, and we will soon have our opening tip-off here in the first of 4 8-minute quarters. For Brookline, the usual suspects in the starting lineup: Izzy Wood, Jada Kimbrough, Ivy Wheeler, Nefeli Agakich, and Skylar Makaluski. For Milton, a starting lineup of Sophie Fish, Grace Pater, Victoria Fish, Gabby Vaughn, and Elizabeth May. So both teams bringing out all of their captains in the starting lineup. All 3 senior co-captains for Milton: Pater, Victoria Fish, and May. And for Brookline, all 4 of their captains: Kimbrough, Wheeler, Agakich, and Makaluski. The 6-5 Brookline High Warriors, ranked 18th in Division I, versus the 8-7 Milton High Wildcats, ranked 23rd in Division II. The opening tip-off between Makaluski and Victoria Fish. Here we go. And it's chased down near the sideline by Elizabeth May. The Wildcats get the opening possession. Ball is swung over to the wing. Sophie Fish driving in. Running floater is going to bank in, and she'll draw the foul.
And that slashing action from Fish coming around and really exploiting Brookline's defense, just slightly out of position there on the first possession of the night.
Foul is going to be called on Nefeli Agakich, first personal, first team. Sophie Fish hits the and one. 3 points to start for Milton. Nefeli Agakich bringing it up for Brookline. Pass over to Skylar Makaluski, hands off. Agakich fires from the top, no good. Rebound collected by Grace Pater, I believe. Throws it ahead to May. Inside, overthrows it. Intercepted by Ivy Wheeler. Was looking for Victoria Fish there. Wheeler completes the pass to Jada Kimbrough. Gives it to Makaluski. Handoff Kimbrough. Over to Agakich. Agakich runs inside. Floating pass to Makaluski. Goes for the layup and banks it in. What beautiful moves through some tight spaces. Makaluski finishing at the rim.
What a pass there by Agakich, slashing in and then dishing it out to Makaluski for the assist.
Milton breaks the press. Sophie Fish lays it up and in as she answers right back. She's got 5 points tonight. Brookline running it back fast. Kimbrough stops up top. Wood running in, fighting through. Layup won't go, but will draw the foul.
Well, there Milton's defense had a player at the top of the key, so then when Wood went by her, didn't stand much of a chance. The Wildcats didn't. It's been a very offensive game, a lot of scoring here in the first minute or so of it, and it continues with that free throw.
1 for 1 so far at the line for Izzy Wood. She tallied 9 points in last year's win over Milton in Schlund's gym. Misses the second free throw, however. Rebounded by Pater. Pater running in, throws to the corner. Fish for 3, no good. Rebound. Oh, we're going to get an over-the-back call. That's going to go against Gabby Vaughn. Got a little too much over the body of Agakich, and that'll be her first personal second-team foul.
That was a decent look for Pater in the corner. Kimbrough committing to the inside.
For Fish, excuse me. As Brookline loses that one off a foot. Pass deflected in the transition game, but it's going to stay with Milton.
What a job there by who appeared to be Izzy Wood, getting her hand in there to knock it away and preventing a possible chance.
But now a chance for Victoria Fish, off on the layup, but a rebound. Pass out. Sophie Fish tries, no good. And now Victoria Fish tries, and this time draws the foul. 3 consecutive shots from 2 different Fishes, and the third try draws the whistle.
Milton just trying to really play bully ball inside, establish the aggression inside the paint, and doing a good job of it so far.
Victoria Fish 1 for 1 at the line. That foul was called against Ivy Wheeler. First personal, second team foul. Fish 1 for 2 at the line. A 6-3 score as Wood floats one up, but Agakich was not ready for it. Brookline running a little too fast on that play. Milton ball.
And something just seems slightly off for the Warriors here in these first couple minutes. Plays that they ordinarily make, just missing.
Milton working against a light press from Brookline. They do get it up to Sophie Fish. Fish going to drive inside and lay it up. her blow-by speed on display here in the first quarter. She's got 7. And now Izzy Wood trying to answer back. Pass over to Makaluski, gives to Kimbrough. Kimbrough thought about the shot, but instead gives to Aga Kitch. Resetting from the top, Aga Kitch hands off to Wheeler. Wheeler gives to Makaluski. Makaluski running inside, fighting through. Layup is good. Skylar Makaluski, the only Brookline player who's hit a shot from the field so far. She's got 4. Sophie Fish, pass inside. A turnaround jumper from Vaughn won't go. Rebound tipped and collected by Kimbrough. Kimbrough throws to the corner. Makaluski going to try for 3. Skylar Makaluski on fire in the first. Nothing but net from the corner, and she's got 7.
Tight shot there by Makaluski. Even with the contest from Milton, she still drains it, and Brookline really cooling the temperature here.
And it's heating right back up as that's Grace Pater running through for a layup. Back and forth they go, 10-8. Aga Kitch lost the ball. Now May throws it up to Pater. Pater has got a lane, goes inside, layup won't go. And Kimbrough fighting for the rebound and taking it the other way. Kimbrough throws up to Wood. Wood inside, layup is good. It's a track meet out here at the Copeland Fieldhouse as Izzy Wood now has 3 points.
Tip there by Makaluski.
And almost tipped again, but Milton manages to break the press. Sophie Fish into the corner, floats one inside. Fighting through is Vaughn, and Vaughn gets the rim bounce for the layup. Gabby Vaughn with her first points of the night. Back and forth we go, 12-10 the score. Wood lost it, but does draw the foul as she collided hard with Sophie Fish there.
That appeared to be Victoria Fish.
No, it was Sophie Fish. First personal foul on number 4, Sophie Fish.
Thought that
Third
was
team foul. Might have been Victoria Fish that picked up the loose ball afterwards, but the one that collided was Sophie Fish. Aga Kitch off on the 3 ball. Makaluski tried to save it in bounds, but couldn't. It's always tough when you got 2 defenders in the area. It's like, who initiated the contact, right?
Exactly, definitely, and a dynamic duo of sisters on this Milton squad.
Sophie Fish floats pass across to the sub who's just checked in, Riley Kovacs. And that ball lost. Victoria Fish could not hold on to the pass from Kovacs, and it will be Brookline ball.
Victoria Fish trying to cut across in decent position, but just an uncharacteristic dropped pass there.
Midway through the first, plenty of scoring so far as Jada Kimbrough gives out to Makaluski. Makaluski swings it back to Kimbrough, into the corner now, running in Ivy Wheeler, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound by Milton. I believe that's Pater with another board. She's been busy on the rebounds tonight. Gives to Sophie Fish, tries for 3, no good. Rebound Makaluski. Makaluski through traffic, throws a pass up, finds her target. Wood goes for the layup, is blocked, no foul call, and the ball stripped loose. Now given around, Kimbrough, pass, Aga Kitch inside, walled off, pass through. Kimbrough running, floater, no good. Rebound by Victoria Fish. Now Pater bringing up the ball for the Wildcats. And Pater walks, and it'll give the ball back to Brookline.
Brookline had a good opportunity there. They got past the hard half-court press from Milton, but then the Wildcats were able to compensate, and as a result, the Warriors unable to get points.
Kimbrough gives it to Makaluski, turn around, going inside, fighting through several defenders, passing out Wheeler, over to Aga Kitch, open for 3, and drains it. Great ball movement by Brookline, and Nefeli Aga Kitch has her first points of the night as the ball's knocked loose, and Aga Kitch recovers. Gives to Kimbrough. Kimbrough throws to the corner. Wood running in, try to pass, too much traffic, but it's a scramble for the ball, and Kimbrough recovers it in the mess, and Kimbrough steps on the line out of bounds.
What a start to this game. It continues to be awfully high scoring. What a pass there from Makaluski. Incredible outlet pass from inside the paint. Got it to the corner, the extra pass, and the 3 ball for the Warriors to take the lead there.
Emily Burke has subbed in, passed it over to Kovacs. Down low, outside, Vaughn, mid-range jumper, no good. And Kimbrough couldn't hold on to the rebound, but the ball was not taken away. Or no, they called the foul on Kimbrough, saying that she fouled number 34, Paige Cameron, after Cameron took the ball away.
That is what it looked like. Looks like that's what happened. Tough call, though.
Cameron off the front rim on her first attempt. That was the first personal foul on Kimbrough. Third team foul for Brookline as some subs checking in on both sides now. Brookline, their first subs of the night. Number 22, Emerson Chan, and number 10, Hannah Levine, replacing Wood and Wheeler. Cameron, 1 for 2 at the line, or no, it's a lane violation on Milton. The shot won't count, and so Milton comes out with no points off of those free throws.
That's a complete momentum killer also, Jesse, especially at this point in the game. Both teams trying to establish the tempo and very tight.
And Kimbrough could not establish it on that drive, lost the ball, taken away by the Wildcats. Kovacs gives to Sophie Fish, pass floated back to Kovacs, fakes, runs in, layup won't go. Good contest by Chan, but the putback is going to be in from Gabby Vaughn. She's got 4.
Milton continues to dominate inside here in the first quarter.
Kimbrough to Chan. Chan running inside, looking around, and she walks. She needed someone in her corner there to pass to if she was going to get that ball away, and nobody was there, and that second foot came down.
Chan got trapped there by the Milton defenders. Good little schematic defense by the Wildcats.
Kovacs with the ball, wide open is Vaughn. Passes out, Burke for 3, and no good. Rebound taken by Kimbrough. Kimbrough throwing it up for Levine, broken up by Burke, saves it in bounds, got it to Victoria Fish. Fish looking around, pass to the corner. Sophie Fish has a lane, runs in, layup, will go. 9 points in the first quarter for Sophie Fish as Milton leads Brookline 16-13. Kimbrough gives to Makaluski, hands it back to Kimbrough. Kimbrough stops, pass, Aga Kitch fakes the 3, runs inside, layup won't go. Rebound Makaluski, putback won't go. Well blocked by Milton down low. Wildcats taking it the other way. They find an open player. Burke's shot, no good. Rebound Makaluski. Makaluski throwing it up to Chan in transition. Chan runs into the corner, pass out Aga Kitch, over to Makaluski. Makaluski dribbling in, weaving through. The lefter will go as Makaluski hits another layup. She's got 9 in this quarter.
What an adaptive shot there by Makaluski through traffic to her left.
And now a shot from Victoria Fish won't go on the layup. Rebound Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch chucks it up. Kimbrough on the fast break, weaves. Layup is good. The track meet continues here at the Fieldhouse. 17-16 in the first quarter. They barely avoid the backcourt violation. A last-second try from 3, no good. Rebound, putback won't go for Vaughn. And Vaughn gets fouled with 0.1 seconds left on the clock. And she's going to go to the line.
That's a killer for the Warriors. 0.1 seconds. Just barely any time on the clock, or no, it's side out. It's side out for Milton.
They said no shot. Oh, wow, that makes all the difference. They're not going to have time to put something up. And they don't. And that is how the first quarter is going to end. The score at the end of 1, the Brookline High Warriors 17, the Milton High Wildcats 16. And I know I've made this joke a couple of times that we are at a track and field house here with the track going around the basketball court, but what a track meet that first quarter was, Sam.
100%, Jesse. Both teams dominating on offense. Milton setting the tone inside. Brookline with some huge shots. Incredible makes from Skylar Makaluski. She has 9 points here in the first quarter. But at the very end, I mean, what a zany ending, to put it in your words, Jesse.
Absolutely. And to put in perspective how crazy that first quarter was, in last year, Brookline beat Milton 51-28 in Brookline. And in that game, Skylar Makaluski scored 9 points for the entire game, equivalent to the amount she just scored in that first quarter. That's how crazy the offensive output has been for these players. And for as much as there's battling inside, the advantage seems to be going to the players that can either weave their way around defenders or blow past them, as it's Makaluski leading the way for Brookline with 9, and for Milton, Sophie Fish with 9 of her own. And that is how we will go into the second quarter now. Brookline to get the opening possession. No jump balls in that first quarter, and so because Milton won the opening tip-off, Brookline gets the ball to start second. Izzy Wood with the ball. Gives to Makaluski. Give and go. Wood trying an extra pass to the corner to Chan. Chan now running inside. Layup. No good. Well defended down low by Gabby Vaughn. Milton bringing it the other way. Pass gets to Grace Pater, and that's going to be a foul called against Hannah Levine. Got a little too physical. Hands a little too much inside, and she's called for the reach.
And talking about Makaluski, she's already topped her point total that she scored in the last game as well on the 23rd of January against Braintree. She only had 8 points in that game, almost has reached her average of about 10.81 on the season as well.
That's a good point.
Points
Bringing
per
the
game.
ball up is May, gives to Sophie Fish on the wing. Looks down low to Victoria Fish, baseline jumper, no good. Rebound, tipped around, picked up by Vaughn, pass out, a try for 3. And Sophie Fish with the tray becomes the first player from either side to reach double digits. She's now got 12. Aga Kitch looking around, finds a cutting Emerson Chan. Pass out, Izzy Wood gonna try for 3, no good, but she got fouled on the 3-point attempt. She's going to the line for 3.
Wood was going for the bank shot on the three-pointer there. Off almost above the right iron, but shot didn't go. Caromed off the glass, but still she's at the free throw line. It works out for Brookline.
A little too aggressive on the perimeter defense from Sophie Fish. Her second personal foul. First team foul for Milton, as Izzy Wood gets the rim bounce on the first attempt. She's now got 4 tonight. No good on the second, off the back of the rim there. And now she lines up for her third attempt. 1 for 2 so far.
We've seen a lot of long and cross-court passes in this game, and that's really related to the high output of scoring.
1 for 3 at the line for Izzy Wood. Grace Pater throws it over to Elizabeth May. Down low finds Victoria Fish. The float-in pass works perfectly as Fish lays it up. Her first made shot from the field tonight. She's got 3. Makaluski gives to Aga Kitch. Hands it back to Makaluski over to Chan. Chan walled off out to Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch running in, weaving through, running floater, no good. Rebound, bouncing around. Aga Kitch could not save it. Milton ball.
Well, what's amazing for Milton, if you add up the point totals of both Victoria and Sophie Fish, they account for 15 of the 21 points scored by the Wildcats so far.
Yeah, I mean, even Sophie Fish on her own has more than half of Milton's points with 12 out of 21. May looking around. Bounce pass complete to Vaughn. Vaughn throws up top Pater. Pater over to Victoria Fish. Victoria Fish going inside, blocked. Makaluski rejects it, but Kimbrough's pass is deflected and taken away by Pater. Sophie Fish with the ball running inside. Her shot might have been disrupted by Makaluski, but the putback will go for Gabby Vaughn, and she'll go to the line for 1 more.
Great hustle there from Vaughn, crashing in at the last moment on the left side. Just when it looked like Makaluski could have gotten the rebound, instead Milton makes it a 5-point lead, and this has been very tight between the two sides. That's a big lead in a game like this.
Absolutely. Gabby Vaughn's been such a big presence on those offensive boards for Milton, as she's now got 6 points. Off on the free throw. Rebound tipped and picked up by Jada Kimbrough. Kimbrough slows it down as they play in the half court. Gives to Makaluski. Handoff back to Kimbrough. Throw to the corner. Wood around to Chan. Chan trying to run inside. Walled off. Wood now from the corner. No good. Rebound ultimately recovered by Vaughn and given to May. May over to Pater. Pater looking around, pass deflected and stolen. Emerson Chan, great defense there. Up to Wood. Wood running inside, tries the layup, won't go. Shots going cold for Brookline as they've only got 1 point through the first 2.5 minutes of this second quarter. Sophie Fish, pass, Pater from the wing. No good on the 3-ball. Rebound by Vaughn, another offensive board, but her pass deflected. They go to the floor for it. It's recovered by Victoria Fish, given out to Vaughn. Vaughn, pass, lost off the hands of May, slightly disrupted there by Sherry Artsy, and it will be Brookline ball as Ivy Wheeler subs back in, replacing Makaluski.
What a job there by Artsy, not just to tip it, but to also make it so it goes off of the player from Milton, giving the Warriors the ball.
Kimbrough over to Artsy. Artsy dribbling, going inside, fighting through, tries the shot, won't go, but draws the foul.
Sherry Artsy making an impact on these last couple of plays. This up-tempo offense has benefited both teams, and when teams can go side to side across court with these long passes there, Artsy just driving in all on her own, but really the spacing has been a big factor in the high offensive shot making in this one.
Artsy off on her first free throw. The foul called against Elizabeth May, her first personal second team foul for Milton. Artsy misses both free throws, and the rebound collected by Victoria Fish. May across half court. Pass deflected but recovered by Sophie Fish. She tries the mid-range jumper, in and out. Rebound by Kimbrough. Kimbrough sprinting the other way. Gives it to Chan. Chan gonna try for three, no good. Rebound by Pater. Pater gives to Sophie Fish. Fish almost lost the ball, but recovers it. Throws it out to May. May across to Pater, inside Victoria Fish. Fights through for the layup.
Victoria Fish absolutely back down on Sherry Artsy there, just muscling her way through. That's been the big story for Milton's offense, dominance inside.
Kimbrough sprinting in, layup is good. Brookline needed that in the worst way. Their first made shot from the field here in the second quarter, about 4 minutes into the frame. Pater gives up top to Sophie Fish. Fish runs in, floater won't go. Victoria Fish fighting for the rebound, going to the floor for it, and a timeout is going to be called by Milton as Brookline was trying to get their hands on it to force the jump ball. 3:35 on the clock here in the second quarter, and again, after 17-16 was the mark after one, but in this frame, it's been a 9-3 mark in favor of Milton. Brookline's offense, I'll tell you, Sam, what I've been seeing, and you tell me if you're seeing anything different, but it looks like Brookline is moving the ball well. They're getting a lot of the shots they want to get. It's just they're not falling.
Exactly. That's the thing. They were falling in the first quarter. Big 3-ball in the corner contested by Makaluski. Some of these shots are tough shots. They are getting the looks that they want, but this Milton team has really played good defense, and that's the thing. Brookline, you see in a lot of times, just with good defenses, maybe a team can get some shots to fall, but those shots are going to progressively fall a little bit less over time, and that's what we've been seeing. Again, almost at halftime, they'll probably make some adjustments. Warriors still doing a good job, but it's just how it goes.
Still anyone's game here with a 5-point difference. Out of the timeout, the Wildcats with the ball. Long inbound is complete. Off a screen, Sophie Fish over to Riley Kovacs, tries for three, no good. Rebound Makaluski. Makaluski throws it up to Izzy Wood. Wood on the run, extra pass, Kimbrough. Hesitation, layup won't go. A good look for Brookline, but again, just not falling for him. Kovacs gives to Sophie Fish. Fish driving in, shot blocked. Oh, but they call the foul. Makaluski thought she got ball, but they say she got wrist. And that'll be a foul and send Sophie Fish to the line.
Appears that she barely got her wrist. That's extremely close there. Call goes against Makaleski, and Brookline haven't gotten a lot of these bounces to go their way. Here and there, it's not like they've all gone in favor of Milton, but definitely haven't benefited the Warriors.
Well, that bounce off the front rim will benefit the Warriors as Sophie Fish off on her first free throw. That foul, Makaleski's second personal, third team foul of the second quarter for Brookline, as Nefeli Agakic going to sub back in, replacing Shiri Artsy for Brookline. And something going on. I'm not sure. Maybe they're trying to go and tell the Milton cheerleading team to shut off the music because they got their cheerleading practice going on over across that curtain on the other side of it. Just telling them to cut the music, I guess. Not something you see at every game. As Sophie Fish will go 1 for 2 at the line. She's got 13 points so far, leading all scorers. Kimbrough gives to Makaleski, fakes the handoff. Makaleski driving in, draws contact. No shot, which is too bad, as that would have gone in, but instead it's going to be a non-shooting foul. Second personal on Victoria Fish. Third team foul for Milton. Kimbrough chucks one up to Izzy Wood. Back to the corner, Kimbrough out to Agakic, and they're going to say Agakic traveled. And boy, Sam, it's not often I disagree with a travel call. I feel like a lot of high school players do walk when it's called. That one I'm not sure about.
It looked like she pivoted side to side and then went forward dribbling. Did not appear to be a travel call. Did look to be close, but didn't look like it to me either.
And Grace Pater off on the floater. And an offensive foul called on Milton. And just to show I'm not a complete homer, I'm not entirely sure what that one was for, but it's going to be the third personal foul on Victoria Fish and fourth team foul for Milton. And that's a tough player to get into foul trouble for Milton. She's been a big part of their strong presence inside as she subs out now for number 34, Paige Cameron. 26-20 the score. Kimbrough starts the dribble drive, throws to the corner. Wheeler throws it out. Wood for three. And no good, and that's going to go off the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Again, good ball movement, good look. Shot just didn't fall.
100% a good look for Izzy Wood. Brookline's had a couple of these here in the second quarter, but this is the thing, especially at the high school level. Teams will often play inside and allow three-point shots.
That shot in and out, a rebound by Kovacs, and she's going to be fouled on the putback. And that's going to be a foul against Nefeli Agakic. And it will send Kovacs to the line for 2 free throws. Second personal foul on Agakic, fourth team foul. So at this point, any fouls from either team for the rest of this quarter will draw the double bonus. Kovacs off on the first.
Interesting thing in the first quarter when Brookline was hitting more of their shots from distance, that meant that Milton had to press higher up. They had to really implement a high half-court press. They couldn't sit back. As a result, then Brookline could get more open shots in the paint. We're not seeing that here in the second quarter.
Kovacs 0 for 2 at the line. Wheeler going to try for 3. Can't bank it in. Rebound by Cameron. Sophie Fish throws it up to Kovacs. Kovacs gives Sophie Fish trying for 3. No good. Rebound bounces to Makaleski. Makaleski swings over to Agakic. Up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough running baseline. Tries the layup. No good. Rebound by Sophie Fish. Fish floats it. Goes off the hand of Vaughn, and it's picked up by Wood. Wood in the chaos going fast break. Layup won't go. And a jump ball on the rebound as Ivy Wheeler and Gabby Vaughn both got their hands on it. But boy, if that missed fast break layup doesn't just sum up this rough second quarter in its entirety for Brookline.
Brookline's had a lot of open looks. As we've talked about, the shots have not fallen.
And Milton breaks the press. Paige Cameron all alone. Missed the layup. And it's picked up off the floor by Milton. They pass it out to Gabby Vaughn. No good. Going to the floor. It's picked up by Kimbrough. Kimbrough up to Wood. Hands off Makaluski. Running inside. Euro step. Layup won't go. But she draws a foul. And I'll tell you, Sam, that has been the missing element for them this second quarter, is the opportunities for Makaluski to slash to the hoop.
100%. She had the opportunity there with Milton a little bit slow to retreat back into defense after those couple of misses, especially that open layup miss. Milton has struggled with those. They've had a couple of those plays. Again, that's the most open of a shot that they've missed, but similar plays have happened a couple times, gave the Warriors an opportunity, but Makaluski doesn't capitalize.
0 for 2 at the line for Makaluski. That foul was called against Gabby Vaughn, her second personal. Now running with it, Grace Pater, end-to-end, missed the layup. Rebound Cameron, blocked on the putback by Makaluski. Rebounded by Aga Kitch. Aga Kitch chucks it up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough gives to Makaluski, over to Aga Kitch. Fakes, runs in, finds a lane, layup, oh no, doesn't go. Rebound Makaluski, pass out. Wheeler gonna try for three, no good. Rebound Makaluski, Makaluski going to the floor for the ball, can't get the pass away. It's taken by the Wildcats. Sophie Fish chucks it through, overshoots it, couldn't connect with Cameron in transition there. But boy, the rim is not a fan of the Brookline Warriors in this second quarter.
Exactly, after an offensive explosion by the Warriors. Also for Milton, their point totals have been diminished, but especially for Brookline, the shots really have not fallen at all here in the second.
Makaluski hands to Kimbrough. She's going to try for three. No good. Rebound by Pater. Sophie Fish bring it up. Less than 30 seconds. Fish runs in and draws the foul. And that's going to be 3 fouls on Makaluski. That's going to be tough for Brookline.
That's an absolute killer with the sophomore captain now having 3 fouls. Not even the end of the first half. That's extremely difficult. And she had that one.
22.7 seconds left in the second quarter. A 7-point lead for Milton. Off the front rim, Fish goes 1 for 2. Rebound bounces into the hands of Izzy Wood. Wood weaving through, running in. Floater won't go. Rebound could not be kept in bounds by number 11, Zoe Jones. And it will be Brookline ball here with 11.8 ticks left.
This is a huge opportunity for the Warriors. If they could get points here at the end of this first half, it's been a tough second quarter, but if they can get a buzzer beater or a shot with the clock winding down, that would be absolutely ginormous for team morale.
I mean, man, you go through an entire quarter with 3 points for most of it. If you can manage to go into half trailing by just 2 scores, that would be pretty big for morale, like you said, Sam. I mean, Milton hasn't been as offensively potent as the first quarter, like you said, but it hasn't been as steep of a drop-off. They go from first to 11 in the second. You know, not as they go from 17 down to 3. That is a big difference right there.
And definitely just the shots have not fallen. Milton has adjusted, or really their lack thereof of needing to adjust. They've just been able to play their strong in the paint defense, force Brookline to take threes. The Warriors haven't hit them, and that's pretty much summed up this second quarter. Brookline's had good looks, but they haven't made them.
All right, let's see what head coach Kendall Jones and his group were able to cook up in that timeout for these last 11 seconds. Inbound Aga Kitch, out to Kimbrough, tries for 3, airballs it. Rebound by Kovacs. Kovacs throws it across to Pater. Pater running through, fires from the stripe, in and out. And that is how the first half will end. Neither team can get any points at the buzzer. And as we go into the break, our score, the Milton High Wildcats 27, the Brook. As we head into this break, I'd like to direct your attention to some helpful links down in the description section of this video. First, you can find a link to the official Venmo account of the Triple Threat Booster Club, the official booster club of Brookline High girls basketball. You can also find a link and phone number for our local charity spotlight for today, the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Your help is crucial to supporting these Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brookcommunity.17566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarships, brooklinecommunity.org, or call 617-566-4442. All that information in the description section down below. Milton 26. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan alongside Sam Lowenstein here at Copeland Fieldhouse in Milton, Massachusetts. Here to bring you the second half of this high school varsity girls basketball contest between the Brookline High Warriors and Milton High Wildcats. We're going to mix things up a bit here in the second half. I was your play-by-play man for the first half while Sam was on color commentary. We're going to swap roles here. Sam's going to take over on play-by-play. I'll be your color analyst. Sam, it is your show. Take it over.
Welcome back in here at Milton, hosting the Brookline Warriors here at Copeland Family Sports Complex. Milton on top, 27-20, and they have been led by Sophie Fish, number 4, for them. 14 points for the junior. She's been utterly dominant. What the first half has really came down to is Milton being on the upper hand inside the paint. They've controlled it. Kimbrough passes to Makaleski. Makaleski handoff. Kimbrough floater inside the paint, and it pops out of bounds. Warriors ball.
Yeah, and the Warriors, they just need to get some rim luck to get the offense going. I hate to say something that simple, but strategically, things have been working for them. They're getting shots. They're just not falling.
100%, Jesse. The shots have not fallen for the Warriors, especially in that second quarter where they only scored 3 points. Travel there on Jada Kimbrough.
Man, and I know there was a travel call in the second quarter that I wasn't a fan of, but that one I'm okay with. Kimbrough hopped up, landed on both feet. That's going to be a travel every time.
Definitely. Elizabeth May passes right to Pater. Inside, Victoria Fish pops out of bounds off her hands. Warriors ball.
Good defensive effort by Ivy Wheeler. Wheeler, not the most prolific scorer, but you can never bet against her hustle on defense. She's always going to bring it on that end of the floor.
Wood, Aga Kitch. Hand off Kimbrough to Makaleski. Makaleski slashing inside the paint, tried to find an outlet pass to Kimbrough, pops out of bounds. Still Warriors ball after it came off of Milton. Aga Kitch inbounding. Look for Makaleski for a second, finds Wood, pass Wheeler. Kimbrough, Wheeler trying to go in. Back out to Kimbrough. Corner 3, Aga Kitch too far. Rebound by Pater. Pater brings it up. Guarded by Kimbrough. Cutting pass inside the paint. Rolls around, and Gabby Vaughn gets it to go. First point of the second half. Kimbrough slashing inside. What a shot by Jada Kimbrough. She gets it to go for the Warriors. Their first points, and they already have 2/3 of the points that they scored in the second quarter. Only scored 3 in the second. Total now it goes out of play after Milton slashing down.
No, that was a foul, Sam.
A foul it looked like.
And Brookline's very lucky that wasn't against Makaleski. Looks like they called it on Wheeler for her second personal.
At the free throw line is Grace Pater, the guard. Misses the first.
And I'll tell you, I really loved that play by Jada Kimbrough. Aggressive, attacking. If the rim's not agreeing with you, you make it agree with you. And that's what Kimbrough can bring with the kind of energy she shows in every game.
Second shot makes, 30-22 Milton. Kimbrough gets it from Aga Kitch. Kimbrough. Makaleski slashes inside. Had to deal with the swarm of Milton defenders in the paint. Milton, or no, it's Brookline ball. Aga Kitch to inbound. Makaleski gets the lucky bounce there, but Milton continues to play tight defense inside the paint. They haven't had to overcompensate and come out to defend threes. Wheeler there gets fouled. Side out or inbound for Brookline.
That foul is going to go against Elizabeth May, her second personal. First team foul for Milton here in the third.
Aga Kitch inbounding. Long pass to Kimbrough. Kimbrough looks. Hands it off. Bit of an awkward handoff. Had to whip it back for a second. Izzy Wood. Tight up front defense by May. Foul against May.
Boy, her second foul called against her in 30 seconds. And she's going to sub out now for Riley Kovacs as Brookline also makes a substitution with Emerson Chan checking in.
May has made a big impact for Milton. Inbound from Aga Kitch to Kimbrough. Kimbrough. Bounce Makaleski. Fake the handoff to Kimbrough. Skylar Makaleski. And she gets it to go. She has 11 tonight. And 1.
And boy, those are the kinds of plays that Brookline's been setting up in a lot of ways. This potential handoff or potential fake exchange that Makaleski and Kimbrough, they've been running that all night. And those, again, are the shots that they just weren't getting to fall in the second quarter. They start falling now. They could explode.
Makaleski's done a great job to also create her own shots in difficult contests and situations. Tried to contest one there with Victoria Fish going up for it. They rule that it's
a foul.
A foul. Aga Kitch can't believe it.
And that's huge because that's a foul on Makaleski, and that's her 4th, Sam. And Brookline coach Kendall Jones, he does not like that call. Thought she got the ball with her hand.
That's an absolute.
And oh, they called a tech. I think they called a tech against Brookline. And I mean, I understand that's a tough foul call. Not sure I would agree with the call of a foul rather than out of bounds, but still, the tech does not help in the in the numerical sense of things. Might help in the sense of players feeling like you're standing up for them, but man, that's tough.
Things go from bad to worse for the Warriors here in this third quarter, but both shots missed by Sophie Fish. Fish tonight, her point total, she has 14, unable to add to it in that technical foul trip. Still Milton ball, though, with 6:06 to go in the third quarter. And now appears to be the normal free throws.
But that wasn't a shooting foul.
Some uproar coming from the Warriors bench.
Understandably so. That was not a shooting foul against Skylar Makaleski. If she made contact, then it was with a player who was catching a pass.
They called it a non-shooting foul, and
yes,
now they're going back.
It. Okay, they corrected it. Give them credit. They realized the mistake and they corrected it.
100%.
Give credit where it's due.
Good on the referees.
So from the scoreboard, it looks like that was Makaleski's 4th foul, but then they gave the tech to Jada Kimbrough for her 2nd personal, and that's why there's 3 team fouls against Brookline now, as they were called for 2 in that sequence.
Inbound by Pater. Quick pass inside to Victoria Fish. Fight for the ball. Diving attempt by Kimbrough. And they call a jump ball here.
I hate to say it, that's another bad call. At least in my own personal opinion, I think a Milton player collided hard with Emerson Chan. I was surprised not to see a foul call there.
Inbound by Pater. Finds Victoria Fish inside. Fights through 2 defenders and gets the basket. What a shot by Victoria Fish, fighting through the contact. Chan bounced to the corner. Aga Kitch thought she had a shot for a second. Cross court Kimbrough. Kimbrough looked to hand it off to Artsy. 2 defenders in the way. Slashing in, crashing down. And the shot is no good by Kovacs. Long pass, Aga Kitch over to Wood. And the shot is blocked. What a shot. Blockage by Gabby Vaughn.
Wow, talk about keeping your head on a swivel. Gabby Vaughn facing a 2-on-1 in the fast break, but saw that Aga Kitch went for the pass, turned around fast, and got her hand up for the block.
What a block there by Vaughn. Pass to the corner. Aga Kitch bounces it off of Victoria Fish's foot. What a play by Nefeli Aga Kitch.
Boy, making the best of a bad situation, pass off the mark, but Aga Kitch hustling there to keep it with Brookline.
Kimbrough guarded 1-on-1. Now slashes, pass, left side. Aga Kitch for 3, and this time it goes in, and the shots were not falling in the second quarter. Aga Kitch gets that one. 32-27 comes off the hands of Milton's Gabby Vaughn. Brookline now with it. Agakich goes right side. She loves to make these layups even at tight angles. She gets one there. 3-point game. Warriors back in it.
Boy, call Nefeli Agakich a doctor because she just injected this team with about 50 cc's of momentum with those 2 quick buckets.
Pater passes it back to Fish. Fish driving, gets the floater, and it's good.
Man, big answer back, though, from Sophie Fish there.
Huge answer from Milton. Kimbrough, Artsy, bounce, Kimbrough, goes inside. Shot missed, put back is no good. And now Milton ends up with it. Going down the court, guard by Wood, pass inside. Brookline gets possession, Agakich, bounce to Wood, back Agakich, inside the paint, open shot, she hits it. 3-point game here in the 3rd quarter.
Wow, Nefeli Agakich about 2 minutes ago had just 3 points to her name. Now she's the 2nd Brookline player to reach double digits tonight. She's got 10. And I'll tell you what, Sam, I have been loving the absolute unselfishness from Izzy Wood today. I don't have assist numbers until, later when I check out the highlights, but she has been making a lot of great extra passes. Brookline as a whole has been doing a good job making the extra pass where it's been needed, and that play was just a great example of it.
And we've talked about how the Warriors' ball movement has been really good throughout this game. Just the shots were not falling in the 2nd quarter. Some of them are actually going in here in the 3rd. And you said it, really, Jesse. What summed up this game is just whether the ball's going in the basket or not, whether the rim also is being friendly to the Brookline Warriors.
And now we got ourselves a close game here. This was a 7-point game to start the quarter, and Brookline has cut that lead down to 3.
Inbound by Pater. Izzy Wood, what a play by Wood. Passes it, but it's intercepted by Gabby Vaughn. Pater, guarded by Kimbrough. Pater, one-on-one. Spins around Kimbrough. What a play by Pater. Kimbrough tries to recompensate. Good shot contest, pops around for a second. Offensive rebound. Victoria Fish gets the layup. What a game for Victoria Fish she has had. Wood. Artsy. Shiri Artsy bounds to the middle. Victoria Fish. Who else? What a force she has been for the Wildcats. Artsy tipped it. Victoria Fish tried to make a pass to the cutting Gabby Vaughn there.
I'll tell you, Shiri Artsy is a fearless player out on the court on both sides. Sometimes that backfires, as we saw with the turnover on the offense, but sometimes it pays off with that tipped pass.
Pater inbounds to Vaughn, guarded by Chan. Now coming around is Sophie Fish. Brookline ends up with it. Izzy Wood one-on-one inside, and it just caroms off, spins off left. Double team now. Pater passes it. Intercepted again by Wood. Izzy Wood has made so many plays for the Warriors. Shot from the wing by Agakich, rims out. Rebound by Sophie Fish. Fish passes it back to Vaughn, guarded by Chan. Now it's Burke. Bounce pass inside. Victoria Fish. Who else? Another shot by Fish goes in, and one for Milton.
Well, it looks like a timeout rather than a foul.
Timeout. It was close.
In that one. But, yeah, Victoria Fish has really come alive down in the post. That's 11 points for her now tonight, as she is the 2nd Milton player to reach double digits. And she opens that lead right back up with those last 2 buckets there. Chaotic flow back and forth, though, Sam. I'm seeing just so many great hustle plays from both defenses. It's like I can't even almost pick one to zero in on for my commentary, because there's just anytime you're commentating on one, another one's getting made.
Also, Victoria and Sophie Fish. This is incredible, Jesse. Out of Milton's 38 points, Victoria and Sophie Fish have combined for 27 of those 38. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, only 4 different point scorers for Milton tonight, Sam. 16 from Sophie Fish, 11 from Victoria Fish, 8 from Gabby Vaughn, and 3 from Grace Pater. Nothing from anyone else from the Wildcats tonight.
Wild stuff from Milton, and
Wild stuff from the Wildcats, you might say.
true that is. And Jada Kimbrough brings it out for the Warriors after Brookline made it a 3-point game. Milton with 4 straight. Artsy guarded one-on-one, now goes around past Wood. Got Kitch for 3. Off the backboard and no good. Emerson Shan in there for Brookline, trying to take it away from Emily Burke. And a foul goes against Chan.
Yeah, that was a play. I would have liked to have seen Sherry Artsy go for the shot, and hopefully the more she plays at the varsity level, the more confidence she'll get shooting the ball. She's got no problem confidently attacking loose balls like she did on that play.
Sherry Artsy, she's been a real defensive force here in this second half for the Warriors, making a lot of great plays, tip balls, and now Brookline with it.
Yeah.
After another tip ball by Artsy.
Yeah, that one was initially called Milton ball, but they overturned it to Brookline ball. Pretty
incredible. Got Kitch inbounds to Kimbrough. Guarded by Burke. Kimbrough slashes, gets around her. Pass to the corner, Got Kitch. Artsy in the corner. Bounce, Got Kitch. Open Kimbrough. Now she cuts in, but guarded heavily. Jada Kimbrough was absolutely mobbed in the paint. That's been Milton's bread and butter on defense. It works yet again.
Man, I always say respect the refs. Understand it's their call to make, even if you don't like it. These guys do a thankless job for very little money. All that said, that was a foul.
Going around is Sophie Fish, and yet again the Fish dominance continues for Milton. Now 29 out of the 40 points they have scored. Wildcats lead by 9. Wood, Artsy, Kimbrough, guarded by Burke, screened by Artsy. Got Kitch, cuts inside, spinning. Got Kitch, can't get it to go, and now she gets it back. Wood for 3, open 3 for Brookline. Another good look, and another good look that does not fall for the Warriors. Sophie Fish with it. 1:25 to go here in the third quarter. High pass. Pater gets it. Guarded by Got Kitch. Cross court. Finds Sophie Fish. Sophie Fish goes around. Good contest from the Warriors. Rebound by Wood. Kimbrough. Cutting. Pass. 3 ball for Got Kitch. That one air balls and out of bounds.
Man, and again, you've talked about, Sam, we both have, about how Milton's defense being able to sink in inside has forced Brookline to mostly go for open 3 looks, and they just haven't been falling.
100%. Here's an opportunity for Brookline. Bounce from Got Kitch. Another open look, and this one hits. Jada Kimbrough, 6-point game.
Boy, and that's a big make for Brookline.
Pater inbounds. Kimbrough almost got it. She almost got it from Emily Burke. Burke, pass back, 2 passes. Now Sophie Fish with it. Guarded tightly by Kimbrough. Pass back to Pater. Pater goes around right. Shot's no good, but the offensive rebound. Floater. Rebound by Chan. Finds Artsy. She had Kimbrough for a second. Bounces awkwardly. Kimbrough's shot left side, no good. Clock winding down the third quarter. Pass to Victoria Fish. Fish had it stripped from her, but the foul goes against the Warriors.
And that's going to be a tough one for Jada Kimbrough, because I think that's her 3rd personal, and that is the team limit for this quarter for Brookline. So Victoria Fish goes straight to the line for 2 free throws.
Now with Jada Kimbrough, her getting into a little bit of foul trouble. Skylar Makaleski with 4 fouls for the Warriors. Could prove to be issues if Milton continues to impose this physical style of play down low going into the fourth quarter. Victoria Fish at the line, and she misses both, but offensive rebound, wide open is Cameron. Clock winding down the third. Got Kitch, corner, Artsy Wood, finds her, floater, and 1! What a shot by Izzy Wood! Or wait a minute, hold everything there. The points are not on the board. The points are not on the board. At the moment, it's still 42-34.
I think what they're going to say is that the two-pointer is good. She's going to the line for one more, but put a little bit of time back on the clock because the clock kept running after the whistle blew on the shooting foul. So
1.2 seconds.
And there's the 2 points for Wood.
And there it is. Milton was calling for something, but clearly shot was made before the buzzer. And one is missed by Wood. Long chuck attempt from Victoria Fish is well short. Milton leads the Warriors 42-36 here in Milton after an offensive third quarter, after both sides really cooled off in the second, especially Brookline, who only scored 3 points the entire second quarter. They get 16 here in the third in what's been an awfully tight game. Milton has had the upper hand, though, Jesse, here in the third. Brookline's done a good job to keep it close, but definitely the Wildcats have had that slight edge.
Brookline's actually outscored Milton in that third quarter 16-15, but that's too narrow a margin to make up for that, for that cold shooting in the second quarter.
Well, they've outscored them in the quarter, but in terms of the total score.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The edge was with Milton coming into this quarter, and while Brookline had moments where they had really cut it close, Milton's never let them carry that momentum into a full comeback. So you're absolutely right in that sense. They've had two really close quarters, but then just one where Brookline's scoring completely vanished, and they got outscored 11-3, and that's the difference right there. Because if they played even in that second quarter, Brookline would be leading by 2 right now.
Most definitely.
And if not for just a sloppy execution on rebounding on that last free throw that let Paige Cameron get that putback, it'd be a 4-point game.
Tip by Wood. Kimbrough, Brookline looking to start the fourth quarter hot. Pass Makaleski back in the game. Chan slashing right, gets open and gets the layup. 4-point game. Or wait a minute.
I think that was a mistake. I think that was a mistake from the scorer's table.
The buzzer sounded abruptly after a layup from the Warriors. Opened the scoring here in the fourth quarter. Referees discussing. At the moment, the score is still 42-36. Everybody's waiting.
Yeah, this is, phew. You know, I talked about making sure you respect the refs, even if you disagree with their calls. Even if you might be frustrated with the folks on the scores tables, they do put those 2 points on the board for Chan. Those guys are human too. This isn't their full-time job. They're out here doing their best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Most definitely.
But I'll tell you, after a nice play like that, if Brookline can get Emerson Chan going, she is an underrated slasher off the bench for Brookline. If she can get going, she can provide that extra dimension that Brookline needs to really unlock their offense, especially with Skylar Makaleski and Jada Kimbrough both in foul trouble going in here into the fourth here.
After the basket from Chan, inbound coming for Grace Pater of Milton. Referee finishes talking with the scores table, and we're back underway here in the fourth quarter. Whistle blown by the referee. Pater looks around a little bit. Full court press by the Warriors. Milton beats it. Now they go inside. Contact on Paige Cameron. Foul against Brookline.
Wow, I'm surprised that was called against Aga Kitch instead of Chan, but that's going to be tough for Brookline because that's 3 fouls on Aga Kitch now. 3 starters for Brookline have at least 3 fouls.
Inbound over top, Victoria Fish. Fish, pass, left side, open shot for a second. Rebound by Makaleski. Makaleski, deep pass to Wood. Kimbrough Now Chan. Emerson Chan trying to go in.
And that's a foul on against Milton.
Foul against Milton.
That's 4 fouls on Gabby Vaughn. That's a big difference, too. Vaughn's been a big presence inside for this Milton team, both offensively and defensively, and she's checking out now. Number 11, Zoe Jones, coming in.
Brookline trying to claw their way back into this one. In the corners, Kimbrough. Makaleski slashing in, but she's heavily guarded, goes up.
Jump ball called.
Jump ball?
Jump ball called.
I got to be honest. I have to be honest there. That is surprising.
I understand why they called that one, because it's like they stopped her movement, but
Makaleski spins around, up, and she gets it to go. 2-point game.
big make from Makaleski there.
Deep pass. Agakich tipped it. Kimbrough goes inside and lost it. Pater. Double covered. Pass back to the corner. Emily Burke spins around Shan. Burke bounce pass. Victoria Fish lost it for a second. Finds her wide open teammate inside, Zoe Jones.
Boy, Brookline playing such aggressive defense that they just ended up losing track of somebody.
Agakich. Makaleski with it. Makaleski. Pass back Wood. Wood cuts inside, and she's got it. 2-point game again.
Boy, I've talked about the unselfishness of Izzy Wood throughout the night, but when she
Shan may have tipped it.
it's a Milton ball.
Milton ball, though.
What I was saying is when Wood allows herself to be selfish and attack, she does have the ability to make things happen. She's got 8 points tonight.
Izzy Wood a threat in all facets of the game. Victoria Fish with it. Passes, finds Zoe Jones. Jones guarded by Chan. Bounces to Victoria Fish. Fish guarded by Agakich. Victoria Fish. Pass back Burke. 2 passes, left side, shot by Paters, no good. Offensive rebound though by Victoria Fish, but she missed the shot. It's a 2-point game. Chan goes around, and it's no good. Just rolled off the rim.
Great slash, bad finish.
That's been the story of the game for the Warriors. Good looks. The shots have not fallen. Wood went left for a second, left and opened. Sophie Fish gave her an opportunity to take the 3. She missed it. What a game we have, Jesse, here in the 4th quarter.
Boy, I thought it was a thriller 2 years ago when these two teams faced off, and it's a thriller again here 2 years later.
Most definitely. That game 2 years ago, Brookline's only win in that season. The team is revamped quite a bit. Agakich, right side. Agakich gets fouled. She's going to the free throw line.
That same play action move they've been running at the top with Makaleski and Kimbrough. Agakich can run it just as well. Another effective slasher for Brookline, and she's heading to the line for 2 as the foul called on Zoe Jones.
And she misses the first.
Yeah, this is the tough thing for Brookline. They are a very inconsistent free throw shooting team, and down the stretch of a close game, that can come back to bite you.
Both Izzy Wood and Jada Kimbrough coming over from the sideline. Both of them miss. In a crucial moment of the game, both free throws miss from Nefeli Agakich. Hard half-court press there from Wood. Coming around is Zoe Jones. Jones bounced it down. Makaleski claiming for a travel, and she gets it. Warriors have the ball.
Yeah, tried to get that ball away, but her hand kind of came around and gripped it as her foot was coming down. That's going to get you the steps call every time.
Izzy Wood to inbound for the Warriors. Kimbrough. Makaleski on the right. Wheeler in the left corner. Agakich down low. Handoff. Kimbrough finds Wood. Wood inside. Fake the 3 by Agakich. Pass to Kimbrough. Came a bit short. Slashing. Makaleski. What a move by Skylar Makaleski, and the game is tied.
Boy, when you need a bucket, you go to your go-to stars. Makaleski with another great slash to the hoop.
Pass left side with the game tied. Emily Burke and the shot's no good. Rebound by Kimbrough. Pass deep to Wood. It's overthrown. Shot was overthrown, and that's a killer.
That's tough, but I'll tell you, Brookline got very lucky on the miss by Burke that time, as they had kind of left her open, were focusing their efforts on covering other players, and they got lucky Burke didn't make that one.
Full court press again from the Warriors. Pater, ball comes out. Makaleski bounced it down. Wheeler now to Wood. Wood! She gets fouled, and she's going to the free throw line, looking to give the Warriors the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Boy, some bounces going Brookline's way, and good response from Makaleski, seeing the ball go off Pater's foot, that she just lost track of it, fell on the ball, and just safely got it away to Wheeler, who knew that Wood was streaking up the court wide open for a chance to, at least in this case, draw a foul.
Biggest free throws of the night. She misses the first.
Izzy Wood just 1 point short of the total she had in the win against Milton last year. She's got 8 tonight. She had 9 last year.
Second shot coming for the junior. It rims out left. The free throw shot struggles continue for the Warriors. Long ball to Sophie Fish. Fish, it rolls in.
And that all started with the older Fish sister, Victoria Fish, with a good long pass for the assist.
Aga Kitch. Kimbrough, she's wide open. Jada Kimbrough. It misses, though. It rims out. Jada Kimbrough had a wide open look on the right side, and that's been the problem for the Warriors. They've had the good looks time and time again, but oftentimes the shots have not fallen despite them tipped by Wood. She's been such a force on defense and also in the passing game, really facilitating this offense. Possession still in favor of Milton. Timeout called on the court.
Boy, this one's really been heating up here. You know, you got to give a lot of credit to both teams. Brookline, you know, after things just weren't falling for them, never stopped playing their game, kept attacking the ball, kept attacking the hoop, found ways to get those shots to fall after a cold second quarter. Milton, you got to give a lot of credit to. Brookline's gone on some strong runs, cutting it close, but basketball is a game of runs. You can't let a run get to you, you know, especially in a close game like this. You have to find the strength to just find that one play to respond and swing the momentum the other way. And Milton, throughout the night, they've been able to find that.
Most definitely.
And who knows what's going to happen. We still got 3:52 left to play. This has been a great game, Sam.
This has been an unbelievable game, Jesse. One of the best that we've covered together. Definitely the best with me on play-by-play. Close game here. 3:52 to go in the fourth quarter. Brookline against Milton. 46-44. Wildcats lead the Warriors. Inbounding is Emily Burke. We've had a thriller tonight. Makaleski in her face. Burke, long ball. Kimbrough's going up for it. It may have came off Kimbrough.
Yeah,
looks like it did.
Good coverage by Kimbrough on Kovacs there, but unfortunately for her, goes off her hands and just kind of moves Milton further up court.
Burke inbounds from Milton, finds Victoria Fish, guarded by both Kimbrough and Aga Kitch. Winning on Kimbrough. And a foul called against the Warriors.
Looks like they called that one, yeah, on Aga Kitch, and that's going to be her fourth. That is tough. Brookline skating the line with the foul counts against some of their starters.
Skylar Makaleski also with 4 fouls for the Warriors. First free throw is good by Victoria Fish. And the second's good too. Milton leads by 4. Kimbrough with it for Brookline. Guarded by Burke. Wheeler. Pass back. Aga Kitch for 3 and missed again. Offensive rebound to Philly. Aga Kitch gets the layup. Game's back at 2. Inbound by Kovacs, and Wood tried to take it away on the interception attempt. still remains with Milton.
Good efforts by Agakich, not giving up on the play. You know, sometimes the ball's going to bounce your way.
Inbound by Burke. Tight bounce pass to Kovacs, guarded by Wood. Full court press in play from the Warriors. Milton with it, Sophie Fish. Guarded by Makaleski. Floater from distance by Fish. Oh, what an offensive rebound. Missed the shot was Gabby Vaughn. Ball comes out of bounds. Warriors ball.
Boy, the chaos just keeps coming down the pipe with this game, Sam. It's like, how many crazy loose balls or fast-moving plays can you have in one night?
It has been absolute chaos tonight in Milton here on Friday night. That's Chan. Chan steps back, shot taken. Ball came to Agakich. She gets the offensive rebound. Now Kimbrough. Guarded by Burke. Screen set by Chan. She goes the other way. 3-ball faked by Wood. 3-ball is, and it goes in. What a shot by Emerson Chan. The Warriors lead with 2:35 to go. The Brookline Warriors, Makaleski has it. Bounce pass, shot by Kimbrough and miss. Offensive rebound on the putback. She can't get it to go. And now Milton has it again. It's Kovacs.
Wow. Man, Brookline almost with the full gut punch there. Kimbrough just couldn't get that layup to go. A great steal from Izzy Wood started off that play. And then Makaleski finding Kimbrough. They just couldn't get it to go. But how about Emerson Chan, the freshman, absolutely fearless. Clock ticking down, close game. Behind the three-point line, it's your first year of high school ball, and you're primarily a slasher rather than a shooter. Does any of that deter her? Absolutely not. She knows when you get your shot, you take it, you hope for the best. You know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Chan did take that one, and she did make it. Huge bucket from the freshman.
What a game we have had here in Milton. 49-48. Warriors lead here in the fourth quarter. Their first lead in a long while.
Yeah, it's been more than a minute since they've had a lead. I think since the second quarter they haven't had a lead.
Milton ball right now. Emily Burke to inbound. Makaleski in her face. For Brookline's foul troubles, Makaleski has 4. Agakich also has 4. Kovacs with it. Kovacs double team. Pass to the inside, Vaughn. Now a pass, shot is short. Rebound by Wood. The shot was taken by Kovacs. Long pass to Chan. Comes off her hand, she recovers. Makaleski slashing, goes around. She has the basket. 3-point lead for the Warriors.
Boy, Milton's starting to slip a little bit. They can't give Makaleski a lane that open.
Sophie Fish. Long floater, no good. Offensive rebound by Vaughn. 2 passes. Left side. Shot is far. Offensive rebound by Sophie Fish goes up, and a foul goes against Brookline.
Yeah, that's one of the players that Brookline's a little more okay with getting called for a foul, and Emerson Chan. And you know what? Good on her for fighting physically down in the post. When your teammates are struggling with foul trouble, you got to be the one to step up and be aggressive when you're the one that isn't in foul trouble.
First shot is missed.
Boy, I still can't believe they left a lane this wide open for Makaleski. You can tell as the intensity and the speed of the game, both defense just sometimes lose track of people.
She's been incredible in this game. She's made do with whatever looks she gets. She gets the rebound here. Pass Agakich from Makaleski. Makaleski with it. Slashing again, and Skylar Makaleski yet again. Brookline leads by 5 here in the fourth.
Wow, what a clutch performance from her.
Sophie Fish goes around, guarded by Agakich. She gets the layup on the drive. 3-point game with 1:10 to go.
It's clutch performance for clutch performance. Who's going to finish the most clutch?
Wood. Pass is intercepted. Taken back by Sophie Fish. Wood's got to get back, but Fish makes the layup. 1-point game here in Milton. Friday night thriller we have, Jesse. Kimbrough with it. Kimbrough finds Chan, back to Kimbrough on the handoff. Guarded one-on-one by Burke. Kimbrough goes in, bit of an awkward pass to Mokoleski. Skylar Mokoleski yet again trying to put the dagger in the hearts of Milton. Pass over to Burke. Burke guarded by Chan. Pass out, finds Kovacs. Kovacs from distance. The shot's too far, but it's Milton ball.
Kimbrough trying to battle with a much bigger opponent in Victoria Fish and just tips it out of bounds. But man, Sophie Fish really has been the go-to player to answer for Milton whenever Brookline delivers what looks to be a decisive momentum-swinging blow. And Sophie Fish has been stepping up throughout the night. 24 points for the Milton junior. But don't discount the performance of Skylar Mokoleski. 19 points for her, just 3 short of her career high, as she scored 22 points against Newton South. And again, those last couple of layups from her, it looked like Milton just kind of forgot what their strategy was in terms of covering her. The game was moving a little too fast, and they lost track of where they were supposed to be. It can be so hard when the game speeds up to know what your defensive assignment is and to be able to adjust it and improvise it based on what your opponent gives you in those fast-moving transition plays. And Mokoleski's taken advantage, but Sophie Fish is also taking advantage of Brookline's aggressive press defense to find herself at the back end and just win her one-on-ones.
What a heavyweight bout this has been here in the fourth quarter. Brookline and Milton, 53-52, Warriors lead with 30 seconds to go. Inbound by Riley Kovacs. Kovacs looks, she finds Vaughn. Guarded by Mokoleski, but it's a travel against Milton. It's a travel against the Wildcats.
Wow. That was such a close call to be making with less than 30 seconds left. Milton understandably frustrated, but it's not over yet.
Aga Kitch inbounding. Referee blew his whistle.
Timeout. Timeout, Brookline.
Timeout, Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors have got to game plan these last 30 seconds. Yes, the shot clock is off, but that does not mean this is over, because you know Milton is going to be looking, A, to intercept the inbound, so you got to have a plan for the inbound. B, they're going to be looking to foul as fast as possible, so you want to get the ball in the hands of a reliable free throw shooter, which is especially so for Brookline, as they've had their fair share of free throw struggles throughout this season. And C, if you get to the line, you got to make them. You're only up 1. Whatever you miss gives Milton an opportunity when they get the ball back, because Milton's going to get the ball back. Make no mistake. Milton has not seen the ball for the last time tonight. So Brookline has got to have, you know, all their ducks in a row here about how they're going to finish this fight if they want to come out on top.
Milton's been really strong inside. So have the Brookline Warriors, led by Skylar Mokoleski's 19 points and her slashing ability. Inbound for Brookline, Warriors ball with 27.6 to go. Inbound by Aga Kitch, long pass to Kimbrough. The ball's tipped, and it's recovered by Vaughn. Vaughn, double covered, finds Burke. Burke, guarded by Wood, but there's a foul against Brookline.
Oh, and that's the double bonus. That's an automatic trip to the line.
Absolute madness in Milton here this Friday night.
They called the foul on Izzy Wood. That's only her first foul of the night, but man, big situation for Emily Burke at the line.
Emily Burke, biggest shots of the night. She makes the first. Emily Burke, ice in her veins. It's tied at 53. To give the Wildcats the lead. And it's good. Emily Burke, 54-53. Time going awfully fast. Ball goes out of bounds.
Still Brookline ball, but man, Milton wanted a carry call against Kimbrough. Brookline's very lucky to still have a chance here.
Milton recently had a travel call go against them. Long ball to Kimbrough. Jada Kimbrough's with it. Pass all the way back. It's intercepted by Milton. Who else but Sophie Fish, the potential hero of the game.
Oh, man, that was just a sloppy mistake for Brookline. They threw the pass up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough picked up her dribble and was looking around for some kind of safety outlet. Tried to pass it back to Aga Kitch, but Sophie Fish jumped in front, and now Aga Kitch fouling out with her 5th foul as Fish will go to the line for 2. Now, this will still be a one-possession game no matter what. But Brookline, they've got to have a better plan of what they want to do going up the floor because they still have a chance. This is not over.
Brookline's been attempting a lot of long passes. Milton's done a good job to intercept them and get in the way. Sophie Fish, 25 points tonight. Milton leads by 2 now. The second of 2 free throws from Fish. Looking to make it a 3-point game, but this one's no good. Malkoleski trying to get it. She does.
And a timeout called.
Timeout called by the Warriors. 9.3 seconds to go. Milton leads 55-53. What a game this has been, Jesse.
Unbelievable. Absolutely coming down to the wire in every sense of the word. Good fight for the board by Skylar Malkoleski. If she doesn't get that ball, this game is all but over. And a good, quick trigger on the timeout by head coach Kendall Jones. Brookline now with a chance to try and draw something up, but this isn't like the NBA where a timeout gets you moved to half court for the inbound. They still have to go the length of the floor off this inbound, Sam, and they've only got 9.3 seconds to do it. And they've just got to take whatever open look they get, whether it's a 2-pointer to tie or a 3-pointer to win. Whatever shot you're given, you have to take. They're going to be without Nefeli Aga Kitch, who threw their past few inbounds, Aga Kitch having fouled out. So it's going to be interesting to see who they go to for the inbound, because obviously you don't want your best shooters to be stuck throwing the inbound and not being involved in the play.
9.3 seconds to go. Milton leads Brookline 55-53. Brookline with 53, and Emerson Chan to inbound for the Warriors. Looking to steal one from the hands of Milton. Inbound to Malkoleski. Malkoleski has it. Skylar Malkoleski straight ahead. Goes up and inside. Oh, she got the foul. Skylar Malkoleski got the foul. 3.4 seconds to go, but she'll have to hit both free throws.
Oh, man, you talk about a pressure cooker, Sam. Skylar Malkoleski, she hasn't hit a free throw yet today. She's been 0 for 3 at the line. She's got to hit both.
The Warriors leading scorer with 19, but the biggest shot of the game, she hits the first. Skylar Malkoleski hit the first shot. One more. One more. She's been the heart and soul of the team tonight. All lies on this. Malkoleski, it just rolls out. It just rolled out. A bit right.
Oh, by inches, Sam. A 1-point game and missed by an inch. And they couldn't get a foul up quick enough. And that's going to be a foul out for Malkoleski. That's going to be her, or unless they called it on Chan.
It appeared they called it on Chan.
Looks like, and they're going to discuss the scorers table. Are they going to put any time back on the clock? If they don't, this game is over. 0.8 seconds is not going to be enough time for Brookline to make something happen. And it doesn't look like they're putting any time back.
At the free throw line is Paige Cameron, looking to salt this one away for Milton. First one's good. The first shot is good by Cameron. Second shot attempt. Less than a second to go. It pings out. Chan is trying to make something happen. Chicane.
No!
Wait a minute.
They called a foul.
They call a foul.
Wait, I think they called a foul. If they called a foul, that's 5 team fouls. That would be a bonus free throw. Or did they? Wait, what did they call?
Wait a minute, everybody. If the referee called a foul, that would be 2 free throws for Brookline. They're going over to the scores table. He's at the scores table right now.
Wait. Let's be calm and wait and see what they called. Big discussion here.
The scores table we have talked about quite a bit, Jesse, in this game. Small little things.
Boy, and this is a big discussion from the officiating crew because, like we said, if that's a foul, that's 5 team fouls on Milton, and that would be the double bonus. That would send Brookline to the free throw line. Boy, I wish we could be down there and hear what the officials are saying. They've put 0.5 seconds on the clock. They're saying 0.3 ticked off after that missed second free throw by Paige Cameron. And it looks like they're getting ready for an inbound. Are they saying Brookline called a timeout with 0.5 seconds? Is that what they're saying? Because they're not sitting up at the free throw line. I don't know if Brookline's got enough time to get a shot up on this. 0.5 seconds, I mean, technically, but you got to just catch and throw. Maybe Brookline could try and chuck it up towards the basket, see if, someone could catch it. See if Makaluski maybe could catch it and throw it into the basket. I don't know what they can do in this situation. It's not a foul, so it's not a foul. So Brookline doesn't get the free throw chance. But they might still have a chance to throw up one shot here. Maybe.
It would have to be a catch and shoot situation. Inbound from Wheeler to Wood. It's knocked down and the game's over. Milton wins it in a thriller, 56-54.
Man, truly a nail-biting thriller here in Milton, and inches, Sam. Just inches. The potential tying free throw, the potential inbound for the game-winning shot. Any number of plays here and there go a different way, and this game could be completely different. Big picture, Brookline's got nothing to blame but the bad shooting and bad rim luck from the second quarter. What a thrilling one that one was. Milton improves to 9-7 on the year. Brookline falls down to a .500 record at 6-6. Final individual point totals for Milton. Sophie Fish leading the way with 25 points. Victoria Fish with 13. Gabby Vaughn with 8. Grace Pater and Paige Cameron with 3 points each. Emily Burke and Zoe Jones with 2 points each. For Brookline, Skylar Makaluski leading the way with 20 points. Nefeli Agakich with 12, Jada Kimbrough with 9, Izzy Wood with 8, and Emerson Chan with 5. And that is going to do it for this one. Alongside Sam Lowenstein, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Remember, if you enjoyed the broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to go down to the description section of the video where you can find the link to the official Venmo account of the Triple Threat Booster Club, the official booster club of Brookline High Girls Basketball, as well as the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation, as well as some links related to me that you can also see in the bottom right corner of your screen, my personal website, my email, and my social media accounts. Milton 56, Brookline 54. From Copeland Fieldhouse in Milton, Massachusetts, alongside Sam Lowenstein, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.